unified.
Big kisses.
Mr. Unified.
Where's my man?
Mr. Unified.
Go, baby.
Undisputed. Undisputed. Undisputed.
Yep, you know what time it is, man. This is, of course, your favorite channel, man, CTB. This is Chin Top Boxing. Say what up to him, man.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in.
This, of course, is the Raw review, man. We're doing this Raw and live, uncut. So, Devin Haney, man, he pulled it out, man. He's the undisputed champion at 135. I saw a graphic on the ESPN joint that said he's the second youngest. I'm going to Google who's the first youngest undefeated champion of all time. I'm not sure if it was Tyson or not. It might have been Tyson, the youngest undisputed champion of all time. But anyway, Devin Haney was the second youngest. He's the youngest in the division from what they also said, but he's the one taking the most risk by going all the way to Australia. It's a shame he had to go out there again and do this all over again at the end of the year, but we'll talk about that later on in the video. First, I'm going to get your opinion on the fight, man. What you thought about the fight, man?
First thing I want to say, man, is I told y'all what to bet on the odds. If you watched the odd video, I told y'all to bet on the parlay with Fulton and Haney, and you would have won big ass money, but y'all motherfuckers don't listen. But hey, y'all catch on at some point. Like I said, it's your money. I'm trying to put some money in y'all pockets, but it is what it is. Now to the fight, it went like I thought it was, but I thought Kambosos would take more chances. I thought he would sell out, being that he was in front of his home crowd, and it seemed like he got he was behind that jab all night, man. He couldn't get past it, and you know, Haney would throw that overhand right every time he would try something. He got enough pop on his punches to make you respect him, even though he don't have the power that can just stop or knock somebody out or knock somebody down per se. But he got enough power to keep you honest, kind of like, you know, like Mayweather was in, you know, in the Money Mayweather stage. But I thought it was a masterclass performance, man. I was worried, and then the judges again pissed me the fuck off, because there's no way you had that scorecard 116 to 112, and that's scary to me, because if Kambosos had put up a decent fight, he probably would have got a draw, or maybe even got a split decision. If somebody gave him 4 rounds in the fight, well, I only seen him winning maybe 1 round and 1 other swing round, so it was either 11-1 or 10-2, and you had 8-4. So, you know, big shout out to Haney, man, undisputed champion. I'm ready for his future to see where we gonna go from here. But hopefully, being that he beat the shit out of Kambosos, we won't have to see this again. Maybe he can jump to a bigger fight with, you know, the other guys out there that we'll talk about later in the video.
I mean, he contractually obligated to give him his rematch, so I guess the same way, using the plug, but the same way people didn't want to see the Wilder Fury third fight, it's going to be the same thing with this one. It's contractually obligated to go back to Australia all over again and do this all over again. Do I think he's going to sell out the arena like he did the second time? I don't think so. I think his fans over there, I mean, he might have a lot of support over there, but I think they've seen enough, man. I think they know a superior boxer when they see one. Kambosos came the same, man. He was tailor-made for Haney, in my opinion. The same 2 combinations. He landed a couple good left hooks in there in the middle rounds. I think one of them shook Haney up, in my opinion. One of them had him shook up a little bit, but then he went and grabbed his hand and tried to hold his hand while punching and all that other stupid shit. He started getting desperate. And I think this made it from that point on, from that desperate part right there, it just looked like he was just over. Like he was close to calling no mas, but he didn't do the no mas, man. He was real prideful in there. He did try to throw punches, even though he was getting picked apart with that jab. That overhand right that he landed on Lopez was nowhere to be found in this fight. He tried it. I think he landed maybe twice the whole fight that I seen. One of them was high on the head. And Haney kind of just ate it and kept coming. Like it didn't even really faze him at all. So I think that was his game plan. His game plan was to hit him with the Linares shot. Hit him with a shot that he don't see coming. And he's not Linares. Linares was taller than Haney and had longer reach than Haney. So, and was faster than Haney. So him having the same game plan that Linares had, to me, was the beginning of the end. I'm pretty sure they're gonna come up with some excuses about him not being able to make weight the first time. I'm pretty sure they're gonna say he was weight drained or some other bogus ass excuse for this fight. I'm interested to see what happened. It was great sportsmanship at the end of the fight for both guys. Even though both guys canceled, try to get into it a little bit in the fight, but both guys was class acts in the ring tonight. Anyway, we'll see what happens over social media in the next couple of days. Yeah, but as far as what's next, man, they mentioned They mentioned Tank Davis' names a couple times tonight, man. I would love to see that fight. My opinion has not swung at all. I still got the same person winning that fight in my opinion. Haney has not swung my opinion when it comes to that. What about you, man? Did you want to see a Lomachenko fight that they're trying to build up, or do you ready to see the Tank Davis fight?
Either or. I take either one. Cause I want Lomachenko to get out of here. So if you want to whoop Lomachenko ass, I'm fine with that too. Because people still got him pound for pound top 10 and still think he the great. So put him in there with Devin Haney and let's see if what you think he is. But if I had to choose one, I would take the Tank Davis fight. I'm a little different than you. I think it's a 50-50 fight. I think that Tank Davis he got a punch a chance, but Tank Davis punch a chance is different from anybody else's punch a chance. So even though when you normally say somebody got a punch a chance, you almost betting that he just waiting on one shot to end the fight. But at some point, Tank Davis will catch up with you. He a shock in the water, and at some point he gonna catch up with you. But I think to me, Devin Haney will boss the shit out of Tank Davis. But I feel like I don't know if he will hold up in the second half of the fight from the power of Tank Davis. So I think it's an even fight. I think it's a toss-up fight to me. In my personal opinion, I know you favor Tank Davis, but for me, from what I've seen from Tank Davis, I've seen him get outboxed on numerous occasions. I think Devin Haney will be the best boxer he's ever been in the ring with. But I don't know, and can stamina-wise, can Haney hold up as far as the power when he get caught? What is he gonna do and how he gonna react to it? I don't know if he's gonna be able to duck that power for 12 rounds.
I see it definitely. I think the Tank that you seen getting outboxed was a Tank that wasn't dedicated. There was the Gamboa Tank, where Tank wasn't really focused the way he is now. He stayed in shape year round. He made, in my opinion, I think I told this one of my other homeboys the other day. He made Romero last that long, in my opinion. He could have got Romero out of there earlier if he wanted to. He said he pretty much felt the guy's strength, so he backed off a little bit. But that shot was there for him all night. When it comes to Haney, that jab, meaning it's going to be southpaw versus right-handed, so the lead hand is not going to be as dominant as it was tonight. I mean, it's boxing one-on-one. It's going to be whoever can get off the line the fastest and whoever can be the most explosive on the way back in. And that's Tank's whole game plan, in my opinion. Haney's going to be on the back foot that fight a lot. He's not going to be on the front foot like he was tonight against a person who only had two punches. All he had was a hook and an overhand right. Tank has a large variety of punches. He's southpaw. He's quicker on the feet. He's definitely more explosive, and he definitely has more pop. I really think.
Haney's a lot longer than Tank Davis.
That's not going to make a difference. It's not.
Don't forget, from what has been said, he got his ass whooped in the doghouse. I'm gonna leave it there. He got his ass whooped in the dog, and everybody's been backing that story up and saying it's true. So
everybody, but I mean, the gym is the gym. The gym is the gym. There's people who look good in spar and then go in the fight with a smaller gloves and gets touched up differently. And who knows? And then again, there's rumors, but who knows who was on a fight, who was coming off a fight, who knows who was coming off a long layoff or whatever in the gym. The gym is the gym. That's why I really don't take too many solace in it. It's different if if both fighters was in training camp for a upcoming fight, and then they, you know what I'm saying, happen to be sparring partners. But having one guy who's in shape and one guy who's out of shape and they sparring, it's just hard to tell, in my opinion. But though you say I could be biased, but I don't see nobody at 135 being Tank. The only person I see being Tank, you're gonna have to come up to 135 from 130, and that's Shakur Stevenson. He's the only person I see who has not just the length that Haney has, but he has so far we've seen anyway, the better beard, and he has the better focus. Because tonight Haney got hit with some shots that he really didn't need to get hit by, in my opinion. I don't know if he got tired or what, but he got caught by that overhand once or twice, and that hook, like I said, that hook was landing a couple times on him. And he got thrown to the ground and all the other stuff. He can be roughed up, in my opinion. So, with Shakur Stevenson, Tank not gonna be able to do that. I don't believe. I think Shakur Stevenson, he has a different level of focus out of most of the guys. Out of all the younger guys, I give Shakur Stevenson the better shot because of his focus. Just how he keep focused for all 12 rounds. He doesn't make mistakes the way Haney makes mistakes. And the way Tank makes mistakes sometimes too. So he's the only one I've seen who can basically keep with a game plan and not lose focus. As far as the Lomachenko fight, I'm gonna be honest. Lomachenko's a dangerous fight for Haney for the same reasons I think Tank's a dangerous fight for Haney. It's the southpaw. The jab is not gonna be as crispy on the southpaw as it will be on the right-hander. And Lomachenko angles and footwork and in and out game will cause him issues. Haney's not slow-footed by no means, but he's also not the fastest-footed 135-pounder in my opinion. So I think Lomachenko's footwork will give him issues also. What you think about the Lomachenko fight?
Simply, I think Lomachenko is too small. I think at 135, he's just too small for somebody that good and a technician in the ring. He would have to take too many chances, and he would have to be the one to initiate too much and open himself up to Haney. Haney can sit back and win the fight from the outside, so Lomachenko gonna have to engage. And being almost similar to how it was with Lopez, he gonna have to engage and put himself in danger. And sometimes he gonna come out on top because Lomachenko athletic ability and the way he can turn angles is unbelievable. So he can give Haney some problems, but I think the majority of the fight, I think Haney can control the fight from the outside. So I would favor Haney in that fight to win a decision.
He can't be throwing them short jabs like he was tonight. He threw a lot of short jabs today in this fight. Like the only times he ever got hit by that hook or got grabbed is when he threw those little short jabs. And then Kambosos caught him with some shit. Even if he blocked it was partially blocked or whatever. That's Kambosos. That's not Tank or that's not Loma, in my opinion. I think those two are better fighters than Kambosos, in my opinion. So those short jabs he threw, and then that holding style that he did tonight, I just don't see it working on those two guys. I'm being honest. It may work on Lomachenko a little better than Tank, only because, like you said, Lomachenko is smaller. He's a smaller man, and he's not as a powerful puncher as Tank. But that holding style, that jab and hold style, is gonna get him in trouble with them two, because he. Like you said, if he's going to get hit eventually, because even though he's the longer fighter, at some point in the fight he doesn't fight long. He does it in every fight. That's how Linares called him. He does at some point in the fight. He always get caught in the middle and wind up having to grab. And I don't see that working in his favor when it comes to somebody as compact as those two guys. Because that little short range, especially with Tank, man, that little short range shot is going to put you on your ass. Let's talk about Michael Fulton real quick. Stephen Fulton. He had a good showing tonight also, man. He dominated his opponent like we said he would. Put on a masterclass performance. We called it. We said he could fight both ways. He can bang when he want to and box when he want to. He did a little bit of both in this fight, but mostly he just put on a masterclass boxing performance, man. What grade you give Stephen Fulton? Stephen Fulton.
I gave him a B plus A minus, only because he didn't get the stoppage. But like you said, man, as far as his boxing skills, man, he's a superb boxer, man. It just sucks that he had 122 pounds and that he don't have power, because the bad thing about in the boxing game, if you are in the smaller weight classes and you're not known as a power puncher, it's hard for people to give you the recognition you deserve. And the thing I like about Fulton in this fight, he dominated the fight for the first, I think, 8 or 9 rounds. I think it was like 9-2. In the 11th round, he did what Stevenson didn't do. He pressed the gas. He tried to stop the fight, and he beat him up bad. And he realized the guy was gonna give in. He almost got him, but the guy didn't give in. And then he went back, reset in the 12th round. He just boxed him and got the win. But I like the fact that Fulton, he does show dog at times. He did it against Figueroa. He shows dog when he needs to. So he's a well-rounded fighter. He doesn't have that explosive knockout power, but he got like Haney, but a little bit better than Haney. He has that pop that you have to respect. So I'm hoping that his next fight, they're saying that he might want to go for undisputed also, because in the 22-pound division is the other guy has the other 2 belts. But he said if he can't get that fight, he's talking about going to 126. So I'm all for him in the future, man, and hopefully him and Haney can both get their respect as being on the pound for pound top 10 list for me. Hopefully they can get that respect.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you can't deny undisputed. I think the guy that Fulton will have to fight will be the guy who beat the guy he beat tonight. Will be the guy that won. I can't pronounce the guy's name, but he has.
I ain't want to mess the name up.
Yeah, he has like 10 wins. So he's a newcomer to the professional ranks. He only had like 10 fights, but he seems to be the goods from what everybody's saying. So Fulton gonna have to be on this game. I'm like you, man. I gave him an A minus. Just avoid for giving him a B. I gave him an A minus. How can I say? I don't think his lack of pop will get him in trouble mostly. I think like you said, the dog that he has in him ended like a pop were getting in trouble. I don't know if the other guy's a power puncher. I'm gonna look at some film on him and make a judgment on that fight. But he has holes in his game. He has holes in the game, which every fighter does. But like you said, at 122, man, there's not too many well-known fighters there anyway, and there's not too many fighters that will get the recognition that Fulton would get. So I'm seeing him moving up after he get undisputed to 126, and probably have better showing up there because it's a lot better fights up there for him at 126, in my opinion. Yeah, you got anything you want to add tonight, man? To tonight's
I think we covered it all, man. Just congratulations to Devin Haney, man, for being a true champion, man. Pinning it out on the line. Like I said, these other young boxers need to take notes. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to take the risk to be the man. Now Devin Haney can call the shots. For now, if he want a bigger payday, if he want to fight at a certain location, he can say, I took the bad raw deal, now you got to take the raw deal because I sacrificed. So these young fighters got to learn you got to sacrifice first before you can come out trying to call shots like you shot calling you the A-side. Take note.
I mean, he can do that to anybody but Tank. Tank will still pull that money man card.
Yeah,
so,
Tank.
You know how like not counting them out of pockets, but that seems to be the new boxing way. Whoever put the most asses in the seats gonna be the one to call all the shots. So
Tank Davis.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. If you get through the task of being Kambosos again, man, who knows? Kambosos might do something a little more shaky next fight and surprise us all.
He a dirty fighter too, man. He do a lot of dirty shit.
He do a lot of dirty shit. You peep real quick. You peep the low blow he threw in there on the sneak. He threw a low blow early. I can't remember what round it was. It was like in the fourth round, I think. He threw a low blow in there. The referee didn't catch it, but it slowed Haney up a little bit. And he tried to land some shots. He tried that in there. There was a lot of headbutts going on in there. Whole lot of shit, like you said. And then we all seen that he grabbed his hand, hold his hand, and tried to punch.
Shot him in the back of the head.
Shot him in the back of the head. A whole bunch of shit. So the forearm in the face. He did every trick he could. Every trick he could, and it didn't make no difference because he couldn't get around that damn jab. But that's how we call it, man. This is the Raw Review, man. Of course, from your favorite channel, man, CTB. It's a Chan Tuck Boxing. I'm of course your boy Jay Slay. Say peace to him, man.
All right, everybody, remember, please, if you like what you're hearing, hit the like button, comment, notification button. You know why? Because we love boxing and you love boxing. And also subscribe. But most of all, we love boxing, you love boxing. But God, peace and love, and we out of here. Take care.
When will Haney get off his last-minute flight to Australia?
Too late. Hi, I'm with the Port Commission.
I'm from the Athlete's Foot Foundation.
Brother, hey, can you get my demo tape to somebody?